We are the Marzoa family. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Dennis, dads and 9-month twins, Dean and Devin.
During 1 week, we go through
56 bottles
336 ounces of formula
and at least 70 diapers.
In this week's video, we are going to show you our weekly routine with our twin boy.
But instead of recording all day of our week, we're gonna grab snippets from each day of all the fun activities we do, and we're gonna put it all together to create like a well-rounded, wholesome weekly routine.
If we recorded all day, every day, that would be one boring video.
Yeah, I think we would need a lot more makeup too, because we'd be so damn tired.
Who's wearing makeup? Oh man. We've been reading some of your comments, and some of you say that we make parenting look very easy. And what I'd like to say is that under no circumstances do I want anybody out there to think that taking care of twin boys is easy.
Yeah, although we may portray it to be easy, it's definitely very, very difficult and very tiring, and we're always at it and we don't stop, and we're hands-on dads, so it's challenging time. Yeah.
What happens is there is the magic of editing, and also things happen in phases with babies. So once we have our schedule down packed, we know exactly what we're doing. That's when we record to show you, right? Because if, you know, in the middle of the transition, which happens every couple of months, we're not recording there, right? We are adjusting to what is it that they need. By the time you guys see it, we have adjusted. We know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, we kind of mastered the schedule and everything that we're doing in the video.
And that's why the babies are calm, because they are on their routine. We've been on the routine, and they totally, everybody gets it.
Right, and if they're crying at any time, you know, we're focused on taking care of whatever issue is causing them to cry, whether it be the hunger or we gotta change the diaper or whatnot, and we're not filming that side of things. So that's why you don't see a lot of crying.
So let's jump right into our weekly routine with our twin boys. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Monday morning, start to a fresh week, and Poppy's gonna take them to a beautiful park today. They're gonna have tons and tons of fun while I get ready and head to work. Yay.
Of course, Dean wants to go on the grass. ¿Qué te está haciendo, bebé? ¿Eh? ¿Está tocando la hierba? ¿Eh, bebé de papi? ¿Qué tú haces?
So it is 10 a.m. in the morning, and we just got to Fairchild Tropical Gardens. Every morning we try to go to some outdoor activity out in the park before it gets too hot. This place is absolutely beautiful. The boys love being outside. I throw down a blanket and, you know, let them stretch out and just enjoy themselves. And, you know, they love seeing the outside and the trees and the flowers and the grass.
¿Qué tú estás haciendo? ¿Qué tú estás haciendo en la hierba?
Ay,
Este es tremendo. You wanna walk already? You wanna walk? ¿Y tú qué? Hi.
Today we came to Fairchild Tropical Gardens usually in the morning. We like to get out and be with nature. I've been to Fairchild Tropical Gardens for events, but I've never been here to just kind of roam around. And the property is absolutely gorgeous. The boys, I know, are gonna enjoy it. Usually when I take them for a walk at a park, they'll take a little nap and just relax, and I'll let them explore a little bit. So at this point, I have probably gone to every single park in Miami, Florida.
Every single park. I think as I head out to work in the morning, he heads out and goes to a park, and I call him and I'm like, where are you headed to now? Which park are you going to? And he's like, I don't know. So I think the car just automatically drives to a random park, and that's where he goes for that day.
I think it's extremely crucial to be outside, to be in nature, for the boys to get some sun, to get some fresh air. I think it's mentally, physically healthy for us.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for us and good for them too. It stimulates and helps with their development. They like to run around in the grass or crawl around in the grass and just smell things and touch things and see the leaves and the sun is all that is good for them for their development and for their growth.
As a parent, for me, the hardest thing by far has been feeding.
Yeah, when we say feeding, we say spoon feeding, because although bottle feeding was a little bit difficult at first with allergies and whatnot, they figured all that out and they bottle feed themselves, and that part is easy peasy. But spoon feeding is a whole nother thing.
It just takes time. We started very early. Our pediatrician recommended to start, I think, at like 3 or 4 months. The boys didn't really grab the concept of it. We were also making the food fresh every day, organic.
And then we were doing batches on the weekends when, we already have limited time, and then we were doing all the batches. So we've decided to just order from a company that delivers once a week, and we can, it's good fresh in the fridge for 2 weeks. You can freeze it for up to 2 months, I believe. So it's
organic.
It's all organic. It's been very, very helpful for us and our time as well.
And the boys are also getting better at eating themselves, so it makes the process better, but still preparing the food, feeding the food, then cleaning up, it takes
I think
a while.
And I think because for the most part, he's here alone, it's like a midday feeding when he does those spoon feeds, and I'm working, so he has to do it all by himself, and it's quite difficult.
Even with help, it was a challenge.
I'm in a good mood. I'm walking down the street. Don't need to be rude. I am with my bare feet. Tomorrow will be a perfect day. The sky will be blue. Sun is yellow by the way. It's a lovely morning. I'm feeling blessed. The sun is warming. The birds are making nest. Oh, it's such a lovely morning. Oh, it's such a lovely
So if you want this little pool, we'll put the link down below. We got it on Amazon.
Okay, so I just prepared the lunch for the boys, fed the boys, changed the boys, put the boys down, cleaned up the mess for lunch, fed myself, and now I have this precious time to rest. Yeah, right. I wish. I should be resting, but what I'm going to do is, or what I normally do is I organize things around the house. Behind me, you can see this glorious mess that needs to be organized. With having twins, the amount of stuff that invades your house is at another level. I often think, how do people with apartments deal with the amount of stuff that they need? It's not only the stuff that you want, it's the stuff that you need in order to take care of them, feed them, change them, put them down. It is a lot. So I'm gonna organize the back. What I normally do is I have the boys on a baby monitor so I can hear them and see them, make sure that they're okay, because their room is upstairs and downstairs is where our command center is, where we keep all of the stuff. So back there you can see shampoo, lotion, formula, vitamins, medicine. There's everything, towels, sheets, wipies, bibs, a fan, carriers. Like, it is full of stuff. It needs to be organized, and I'm with the boys all day, every waking moment that they have, I'm taking care of them. So I really need to take advantage whenever they nap or they're sleeping in order to get stuff done around the house, because if not, it'll be a complete disaster. So I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm going to organize this closet. Let's go. So while the boys are sleeping, that is critical time to get as much done as we can around the house, whether it's laundry, washing dishes, organizing one part of the house. It just never ends. So we definitely take advantage when the boys are sleeping, try to get as much done.
Yeah, and I think that for the most part, there's always something to do. There's never a break. So although sometimes we can catch a break and take a nap, that's usually not the case. And we're always, or at least he gets the brunt of this because I'm out and I'm working, but he's always having to clean and wash bottles and laundry and clean the house and you know, take care of Zoe. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of nonstop.
So I think that there were a few months there where it was survival mode, and then a few months ago I just kind of had an epiphany, an aha moment of how blessed I am to be able to take care of the boys. It has been a huge blessing.
Yeah, I'll chime in here a little bit. I think originally when we started the process, you know, we both had jobs. He was very busy. He was in the event industry, but we all know what happened. He lost his job, so things changed dramatically for us. And we went from thinking about hiring a nanny to him being a stay-at-home dad and taking care of the kids full time, which I think has been a blessing for us and a blessing for the kids as well. Because who better than their dad to take care of them full time?
It's just priceless time that we will never get back, and nobody knows our kids better than we do, and it has just been a huge blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, you know, knowing that he's home, I'll work twice as hard if I have to make sure that he can stay home and be with the kids, because it's, you see it, you see how happy they are, you see their development and their growth, and it's just an amazing thing to be a witness of.
So my favorite part is the nighttime.
Is it because I'm home?
Yes.
And it's because you miss me?
Of course.
You miss me so much throughout the day, and you're so happy that I'm home?
Yes.
Yay.
Actually, one thing that I am super proud of is being able to raise our children in such a loving household and a happy marriage. I think that that's very important. Growing up, that's not something that I had. My parents got divorced when I was 2. So for me, it does a lot of healing, and it's something that I'm grateful that the type of relationship that you and I have, and that our boys will be able to raise in that type of healthy, loving environment.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's important for us to show that and to be role models and lead by example, so that they see, you know, the love that we and the bond that we have, and they want to share in that, and they want to grow in their own love and with each other, with the world, with their relationships as well. So it's important that we lead by example. So it's bathing time. I think that's one of the things that I love to do with the boys, is just like give them a bath, and we do it 3 to 4 times a week, usually every other day, depending on their activities. And it's just like our one-on-one time that we get to spend together. And we chit chat and we play with the rubber duckies, and they love their little baths with Mama. So it's one of the things that I really enjoyed doing with the boys. Yay! Bath time! I can't be gone! You gotta be careful, because sometimes they turn that on you and then they get you all wet. So. Okay, so while the boys are feeding, it's about that time to drop Dean's crib. So I'm gonna be dropping that right now. This is like the last couple screws. It's pretty easy of a drop. Dean's been kind of climbing out, and he was like, it was already at like chest height. So We just want to avoid him falling over. So I think we just dropped the crib and it's a safer bet for him.
So these cribs we got at IKEA, and then we added this little house.
You want to come and help?
¿Qué tú estás haciendo, nene?
Dale. There he goes. There he goes. You see, he was doing that inside the crib.
Dean,
And when you stand up here, it reaches like his belly height.
¿qué tú estás haciendo, bebé? Dios. ¿Tú quieres caminar? ¿Tú quieres caminar? ¿Tú quieres ayudar a papi? Devin, are you done? Are you done, bebé?
So this one's all done, and we've decided not to lower Devin's crib yet because he's not really climbing out or climbing up yet. But I think as soon as he does, we will be bringing that one down too. So it's still safe for him. It's easier to grab him. He's pretty heavy, so it's easier to grab him if the mattress is higher, and it's still safe. So as soon as it becomes unsafe, then we will bring him. Hey, this guy's quick. As soon as it's not safe, then we will drop his crib as well. Just like that. Boom. We got a new bed for a big boy. So for the most part, usually after we feed them, we put them straight to bed. We put some music, some relaxing, sleeping music for babies, or some classical, and then they go straight to sleep. But there, once in a while, we do read them a book, and it's just nice to spend a little quality time. This one has some textures he's trying to feel, and it's just a great way to end the night. It's very calming and edible apparently, and then we just put them to sleep, and they just honestly they're really good sleepers, so they go straight to sleep. But today it's time to read a bedtime story, so let's read. To the forest treetops the starlight softly gleams, ruffle bunny's cottontail and wish her happy dreams. Just the chick chirps in his nest, tickle his soft feathers, it's time for him to rest. Nestled in a pile of leaves, fox rests her sleepy head, nuzzles her big fluffy tail, now it's time for bed.